Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress, that's me, Stella Babbler, that's me, on this revolutionary rise of an empire that's happening at this time. Welcome. Let us breathe in and out. Let us direct our space. I am director of my space. I command my space. In my lane I I'm okay in distance. I rise in my I am. Whatever the but I say I am. Because if I wasn't, then why would I say I am? You know, boxes. I'm working with some boxes now because on Fridays we shave, right? Boxes. Trap in the box. Trap in the box. Trap in the box. Trap in the box. We all get trapped in a box at some point in our life, and it takes for us to awaken to the box and say, holy shit, me no want to be inside this box. Does that make you false to want to climb outside the box? Fuck no. That makes you wise to know that, hey, these are not the seeds that I sow. I did not do this. I did not know. Oh, okay. Let me see what's outside the box, because we still project on out. That's what it be about. We look and look and look and look. It's external. Even when we're internal, we still look at external for the acceptance, the validation, the trials and tribulations. Nobody understands me. Do I even understand myself? That should be a question. On the SAT, Cho, you about to take 500 questions right here. Do you know yourself? I'm just transmuting eye rolls that do come up in here. Like, please, attention, which I have. Just marriage comes from me. Oh well, could have came from you, but you were too busy looking at me. In other lanes you shouldn't be. Whatever that means. We're not gonna go there. Trap in a box. Like a cat in a box. Notice that every cat goes into the box willingly. Notice that every cat that goes into a box willingly goes into an empty box willingly. Let us expand our perceptions about introspection y perception. Okay. It feels good to speak for myself. But did it kill you? I've died a million times. It's gotta get it right, sunlight. We still get it wrong. But anyways, okay. So, cat in a box. Cat in a box. It's interesting when you really give attention to what grabs your attention. I find it fascinating. Cats in a box. Animals and me are like BFFs. And me love them and they love me. And we get along so readily. Not the humans, you know what I mean? There's a lot of growing up to do. You gonna be checking me too, so trust too. I've had so much to learn. Still learning. That'll quickly shut you up. But we don't do those things. The magician. Welcome. Is that you? The magician is always you. Whether he be here, 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 here. The magician is always you. This be the school of truth. Right? The magician is always you. It's just about what you want to do with the magician that is you and the vessel that is yours that operates here on these 3D multi-dimensional lands. Cat's in a box, trapped in a box. Cat chooses the box that is empty, you'll see, and then the cat goes, this box here for me. And the crate. And then when you look at the cat in the box, you're like, that's your box. And you don't want to throw away the box because the cat is in the box. And so distraction. They come. All right, stop. Yeah. Spritz yourself with some holy sage of water up in this page. Right, the magician and the king of wands. Ooh. See, I'm hearing a lot of things, right? Because there's so many different flip sides to every coin that is here visiting. Whenever you do visit here. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you dip your finger here in this cup that's on top of the box? If you're inside the box, what is a box? Of course, conditioning. In whatever shape, form, it's gonna be for you, okay? We're not gonna go here and pick apart. We're not gonna go here and pick apart every single wands all around me. Like in a circle of wands. I'm working, okay? Okay. So, it's exciting. Right, so look, there's a lot of people in your energy fields, right? Okay, good, chicken, not now. You said, right, King Pass, the magician, right? So there's a lot of people showing up here. Hold on one second. Hold on. Okay. This can wait. Hold on. So this 5 of Cups coming on out, and all I see, right, is energy around you, trying to tell you who you be. Over the spilt cups over here, you see, like, it's just like I tune out the external vibrations, energies that try to come in and infiltrate and dictate to me the energy I am. How dare you? Go sit your ass back down, broski sister. You know what I'm saying? The only person you can speak for is yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't come here my way telling me about anything that has to do with shit from shot you know shit about. In any instance. So keep my name out your mouth. That's what it be about, right? So I tune out the noise from the energy of the lesser being that I release, you see, because they're trying to get into my energy, but my energy is unfuckable. I know who you be. This is not how it is, you see. And na. And na. Hold up. Wait a minute. You remind me of a person I once upon a time knew ago. Sometime you see when we used to maybe be friends, you see. Hang out, you know what I mean? Went to the same school. We lived in the same district, same unit, same zip code. Or some generational lifetime ago where you and I have connected on some astral element that goes beyond the veil of sight that we see. But who the fuck you think you can sit here and tell me anything about me? The Korea. You don't speak of me. You speak of you. This be the truth. Because in that spot of a box that you stayed the mother fudge in, you see the cat in me jump mother fudging out. That's what the explorers, the master magicians, the alchemists, the evolutionists, who don't stay in a box because the box was there. Oh, here, take care. Do everything. The list is right there. This is what you do over there. This is how you comb your hair. This is how you brush your teeth. This is the clothes you wear. You're supposed to match. That doesn't color coordinate. Oh, that's not going to make you an income. That's not going to... You fill in every motherfucking blank everybody told you about what you is supposed to be like, and this is what this is, and do you surrender to Jesus? That's some mofos up in here, but keep your comments humble, you see, because understand, overstand. I don't give a fuck what you opinionate about your certain belief systems, because that is yours to have. By the way, my friends, in case you didn't know, I am a big religious folk. Oh, history, I don't know. I've even studied it in college too. Oh, the history of religion. Oh, yes, that's something that's intriguing to me too. Oh, and yes, the years of teaching catechism over 5+ years of being a catechist. That's how we call it. Catechism teacher. And then my 3+ years being a Christianity kids school teacher and all those kind of things, because teaching and learning is something I do. I love being a student as much as I love being the philosopher. But a lot of mofos didn't like me being the philosopher, and so they try to shut me down from elementaries, you see, talk about, oh, this philosopher talking, that's the Sagittarius in me. Strong, I decree. You know what I mean? King of Wands energy. Like, what are you gonna say to me, Holmes? Right? So I just in the world, right? So so there's just a lot of people or a lot of energies in your energy field. They want to know what you're up to. They want to know what you're doing, and they think that they know something about you. You don't know shit from shit about yourself. Don't come over here telling me about myself, okay? But if you want to have a debate, we got bring it to my YouTube channel. Because the world, right, is learning. It's our learning school. King of Wands, King of Wands, King of Pentacles, all these kings. There's some kind of message coming up over here, bringing light to some darkened truth, right? About the things that we do. And I was talking about the Ouroboros. I don't know if it was in this video because this is video number 2, even though there was a video number 1, but there was a real blooper in that one that I couldn't not use. So I was just like, all right, we're going to do video number 2. So we started again, my friends, because that's what you do. Sometimes you just have to start over again, right? So this is something for you to learn and discern for yourself on your own spiritual path about where you are personally, and then also with the energies that you want in your energy field. Like, nobody's asking for perfection. See, that's the thing. That's why every time anybody realized I messed up or I did something that wasn't that great, they were like, oh, you see, you're not perfect. Look what you did. So what you doing? To like, because it's just energy that people want to throw you under the bus, you see, because of the light you bring, right, to any situation. So if you fuck up, they be like, oh, man, that's what I learned from that fucking experience, and guess what? I don't fucking do it again. My friend. You know what I'm saying? And so this part of like just learning for your own evolution and your own discerning, right, of just people characteristics and energies. And this is just for yourself. This is, you can take this as it resonates and apply it for your own dynamics and just use it as a principle about the type of energies you want in your field. Like, especially the people that be like, oh, you know, there's no such thing as perfect, when they try to tell you, oh, for you to get off your high horse, that, oh, if you're demanding such perfectionism, then you know, you're in for a rude awakening. No, bitch. I'm not in for a rude awakening. Well, you're in for a rude awakening. I'm seeing it for what it is, and I know what I can receive in energy, the reciprocity, because it is here to be experienced. And exactly as I give, I want to receive. And that is not a high demand of me. That is a actuality, a factuality. And if you can handle that, and if you can be genuine and give that, I don't want you in my atmosphere, stratosphere, energy field of anything. So you can look at my life from over there and opinionate and say whatever it is that you want to say. Elevate, and maybe we can conversate. But until then, you guys can stay the fudge over there. Right? So the things that we're learning about our evolution and our discernment about the energies that we want inside ourselves, nobody's perfect. Everybody fucking makes mistakes. It's the deviants, the intentional motherfuckers, the ones that go out and plot and plan and seek to fuck you over and up and do shit in the dark that you cannot even fathom that someone would do. And those people you don't fucking want around you. I don't give a fuck if you think about me and you roll your eye. I don't want you in my energy. Roll your eye at yourself. That shit is done with. I'm done with those snakes in the grass, because I will crush your fucking head. Done. Too nice for that. So we're learning and are discerning. There's deviant motherfuckers out there that don't give a fuck about you and pretend they do, and will call you Satan. Those mofos we've done. Now, there's the rest of us. Fine, because of our conditioning, because of our behavioral patterning, we have fucked up ourselves. We self-sabotage. We sometimes don't do or say nice things because that's just part of our conditioning. It's no longer an excuse. Okay? That's no longer an excuse. Because when you know better, you do better. And if you can't fix that, I don't want you in my atmosphere either. Because you know better. And you ain't doing better. So I don't want that either. That's discernment. That's not saying, hey, I'm better than you. No, that's saying, hey, I work on this. I respect this. I honor this. And so I protect this. That's as real as it can be. So fuck your opinion. Right? Right. Throwing that cup away. I don't fucking want that. I don't fucking want that. Fuck your cup. Fuck your cup. Fuck that cup. That ship has sailed. Peace. In the Middle East, I wish you the motherfucking best. But I test and I detest your character. Because it is despicable. So fuck your cup. Real talk. So that's as close as they can go get to your mofo energy. You gotta watch me from your box out there in the world. And that's the closest for you even be able to get to my energy. Because I take that shit back. Okay. That's what's up. All the world is a stage. And I'm turning that page. And I'm scripting my prescription. Hey, you ain't in it. Right? Again, at the shuffle. Because I toss your motherfucking cup out my castle. Because it was my castle you were in. Right? So many of you are just fed up with the bullshit. Fed up with the nonsense. Right? So we're discerning from our learning because we earn it. And so now, Tom, Dick, and Harry just can't hang out anymore. Tom, Dick, and Harry gotta be in your energy field to even conversate with you. Right? Beautiful. That's a good place to be. Ooh, happy this energy. You cannot fuck with me, right? I see, I know. For sure. You thought what you was doing in the dark, and I was blindsided to know that was my cloak of protection, you see. The spirit's like, look at what this people trying to do over here to you, baby. But we got you. You see, we cloak you divinely, like guided and protected. Hold on, no. We don't want you to think about this. We don't want you to introspect this. You got some healing to do, so do your own healing. Do what you need to do. Fuck these people. They're only destroying themselves. Even my heart of compassion feels compassion for those people. Fuck those people. They didn't give a fuck about you when they were doing you dirty. They didn't give a fuck about you when they hurt your feelings and they continue to. They didn't give a fuck about you when they were gonna go pay somebody to go fucking do you dirty spiritually and do some fucking curse, hex, brujeria, motherfucking shit on you and your own children. You want relationships, on love, all this kind of shit, purposely too, intentionally too, or trying to take, look at, that person's abundant. Let's rob them of their energy. has taken and filtered in ourselves and utilized this. That's some kind of magic shit that they learn. How to filter your energy like a cipher. Pass that blunt, yo. They were passing you around like a blunt. And then making you feel bad. Making you feel like you the wrong one. Making you feel like you crazy. Making you feel like you the liar. Making you feel like you, because it's your upbringing, right? People use my upbringing against me all the fucking time. I'm sorry that I came in the life that I came in. I didn't have a choice about that. So my reactions to the things that were put onto me, that was a growing experience. And I was real about my experience. I didn't fake no fucking funks. So the rawness that people seen in me, in my upbringing, they used against me. Oh, it must be because of her, you know, what happened when she was a child, or, you know, things like that. People talk, right? I had a ex-friends crew, right, want to use and say that because of my abuse that we spreading lies or this about them and trying to ruin their lives. Meanwhile, they're the biggest liars of all in their own lives. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'm not perfect. I've hurt. I've been hurt. Right? But the discernment is. And even those that you've hurt, again, behavioral patterning, right? You might be loosey-goosey, right? The male or female, right? Promiscuous behaviors, right? That's not characteristics of you. That's behavioral patterning, conditioning passed on to you, but yet you shame yourself for. Stealing, lack-minded thinking, all these kind of things. That's not character. That's shame built in onto you based off of your behavioral conditioning when being or having to struggle and having to or being in abusive relationships and tolerating certain kind of levels of abuse and disrespect. Those are all behavioral patternings and conditionings passed on to you. That is not your character. What's your character is what you do with that. Doesn't mean you don't make mistakes. Doesn't mean you don't repeat the same pattern. But so many get themselves fucked up because they shame themselves for things that, okay, if this wasn't in your environment, chances are you wouldn't do. That's why you feel shame. Pretend it's those other mofos. Don't give a fuck. And chances are, if you're one of the ones that give a fuck and may have made mistakes in your life and all this kind of stuff, then you've let in a lot of snakes in your environment because you, with compassion, because of your good character, pardoned their offenses. A couple ways. We all need forgiveness. But let's start with ourselves. If people are not nice to you, that's their character. I may have been a fucked up person. I may, I'm only using me as an excuse, as an example and stuff like that because I don't want to project. So I'm just saying, like, if ever, I'm sure I've been a mean girl in my life. Elementary school, I was mean. Especially after my mother died. I was mean. But again, and I'm not excusing, but I'm just saying elementary school. For 2 years after my mother died, I was black inside. I didn't even own my vessel. Real talk. I did not want to deal. so I went away. Still mean girl. Get what I'm saying? So, did I stay a mean girl? No. I had somebody that from that I've known like from elementary school or like junior high school, whatever, that started to like that found me on social media and like tuned in and was like, "You never used to talk like that." I'm like, the last time I've ever seen you was junior high school. What the hell are you talking about? So you think about mentality and you think about character and you think about from your life experience what you have chosen to learn from. It's always a choice. Some people are okay staying in that box. When do you stop having sympathy for their choices and their behaviors towards your growth? Look at that. Surrendering to the intuition, to the divine growth. The hangman right there. Surrendering to the divine that is you. Right? To want. Choices that you make. Right? Creating the harmony and the evolution that you seek. So throw those motherfucking cups away. Make peace in every kind of way that you can. Like, you know, with yourself. Send back whatever needs to be sent back, and it's not out of spite, it's out of right. I send it back because I don't deserve to receive what you're sending me. I don't send you that. And so that's why I send it back to you. I send it back because it was never mine. You sent it my way when you should have instead healed from within. Taken the time to really heal from within, even if the conflict was on the outside of you. From the outside of you. I really wanted to focus on, I don't remember exactly when the first time I heard the quote, but I heard it. It was even before my daughter was born. She's gonna be 21. It was even before she was born. And I would meditate on this quote. You know, if there are things that stand out to you, even in sentiment and quote, always meditate on it. Because there's evolution in that. There's never one thought or frame of mind that I ever have that I'm still in. Even if it appears to be similar or the same. There is never any frame of mind or thought or box that I have ever found myself in that I still am in. It's infinite expansion in our multi-dimensional living. I'm a passionate person and people tell me a lot. I get messages, they're like, "Oh, it's hard to watch you cry." Watch me cry because you won't. It's an uncomfortable feeling. I am very comfortable in my tears. I've had to cry when I didn't want to cry. And so, it's in my tears I have found peace in all the healing that it has brought me to allow release from my well. I got a mean message the other day too. Because, you know, people are mean. I don't like to highlight a lot of the means, but I just want to say, even because now, like, I started doing these videos like this, like, you know, the randoms, and no makeup, no whatever, and see me with my dark circles and all that kind of stuff, and for people to say, "Oh, you're ugly," or, what was the last one that was said? You should try some cover up or some shit like that. Like, just mean stuff. Like, you know, whatever. Like, why? I've had dark circles. Hold on, Olivia. Like I've had that my whole entire life. I've had people tell me reasons why I have dark circles. I've had it all my life. If you see pictures of me as a little girl, I've had dark circles. It has nothing to do with sleep. People, iron deficiency. Oh, this or that or this. So how about it's just how I fucking look? Everything is a choice of how you choose to perceive and receive a lot of the things. And a lot of the offenses that we take come from our conditioning. So if we are unconditioning or conditioning, then it would be logical to no longer allow ourselves to take offense to the conditioned view we had once previously seen of it. That would be silly. So every single time I catch myself being triggered by something, I ask myself quick, which is viewing this? And that changes everything, right? So some time passed, but I don't know where I was. Just remember that the way people treat you is a reflection of them. And sometimes, there are things that happen, that go beyond the physical, right? That, it's metaphysical. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where you're a conscious being and you're operating your best soul like an adult. You know what I'm saying? Where you can now actively choose for yourself and distinguish certain things despite what conditioning around you has brought to you in your own atmosphere of life. I've met a lot of people that have done shameful things. I too. Right? Where you feel a type of way about yourself because of what you do. And you can be called a name. You can be called this. You can be called that. You can be called this. You can be called that. Like my whole experience with my mother being called a whore has made me a prude in this life. Like, you can't say fuck me, huh? Okay. And so it has made strong, it instilled strong boundaries and right? Which has contributed to me over 20 years or so of being actively celibate. Like, on and off. Like, in my life and stuff like that. Like, they'd be like, oh, you weren't 20 years solid as celibate. No, but I'm 20 years lessons learned actively being that kind of mindset of you can't touch this sacred temple of mine unless I fucking allow, right? So, being in that kind of space or the place, right? And then you have the reversals of that, and then you have or if you deal with physical abuse, which is what I have, right? And to allow another person to touch you in such ways that go and it's like why you become a rock, it's why you become solid, it's why you become so guarded or hardened by your experience and stuff like that, right? But let's remove ourselves, and so those might create certain behaviors from you of coping, right? Or of tapping out, right? Depending on age range and all that kind of stuff, because age plays a huge part in a lot of people's developments, like from adolescence, small child adolescence into adulthood, like what I'm saying. And so a lot of psychological factors play into these kind of atmospheric kind of things of determining a person's psychosis and psychological alignment, and things like that. So, and then there's just so many spiritual, multidimensional aspects that oftentimes get left out. of the equation to determining a person's current state of being. So there's just so many things that go into determining that, and this is not about that, and I'm not going there. You're learning. I'm a nerd. In many kind of ways, I understand why I have certain experiences is because I'm learning this to convey it, to articulate it, to teach it, to coach it, to express it, to create the abstract into tangible form, some kind of way, that's gonna be bigger than what I even can see. Understand? So you don't have to, but there's just so many different layers of components into everything. And so determining a lot for ourselves, like what it is that we are going to choose to do. What is our purpose, right? Right. It's our self-care rituals that will determine a lot of the things that happen for us in our own experience. I know I go off and I go every which way, and I probably don't complete everything that I've been saying, but I've come to have peace with that too. I know that I always come back to it eventually, and there's just a lot of things going on, like energetically, all around the Ouroboros style, right? The serpent eating its own tail, or it appears to be. So it's about the perception of stuff, and where we are on the spectrum of the wheel turning. The wheel is turning. The wheel is turning in justice's favor. And what does that mean? When it's in justice's favor, it means that what is right shall be. That's justice, right? So what you put in, you shall receive. That's right. What you put in, right? The laws of the universe. I'm not going to say that's good, that's bad, that's evil, that's that. No. What it's saying is what you put in, you shall receive. That is just. Okay, so I want you to understand it not from a human perspective, but I want you to understand it, understand it from a multidimensional perspective, right? Because you might play God, but at the end of it, we are all one. We're all connected, and what is right for the whole is just. What is right for the whole is just. It's not about universal favor. It's about universal worth. And the work of worth that you have accumulated for yourself is what is felt and received by the energetic ethers of everything that gets distributed and transcribed into our etheric land of we are oneness. That's the law that you are not above. Neither. So it's a good, where you are in your space of understanding that and knowing that no mofo try. I'm receiving what I am just to receive. You are receiving what you are just to receive. How you perceive these receivings is going to determine a lot of things, because there's so many layers to these different kind of things. Because there's so many traumatic things that occur that can make you say, no, right? Right? For us all. Spiritual warfare, after all, right? From the human perspective. No one's exempt from pain. My heart goes out to so many of you that are in pain. I'm okay, my dear. Don't feel sorry for me or bad for me if I cry. I cry and it feels good. I cry and it highlights my dark circles. And then I look like a cute raccoon. And I love me and all the spirit animal connectivities that go through with me because you see I am free to connect in whichever way that I evolve and choose to evolve because I'm a lotus blooming, blooming. I'm allowing myself, it's freeing to be the cat, to jump out of the box, you see. I jump out of the box and I look around and say, hey, what is truth for me? What is it going to be? And then I look and I see and it doesn't even have to be a box. It could be a space that expands, but I must rise in my inner stand. Because I'm the cat that sees all different things of expansion. And I take with this, and I make with this, and I create with this, and oh, I need a nap, you see, because I'm a cat, you see, and that's how it be. And so I ride, you see, and I see a box, you see, it's perfect for me because it's empty. So I jump into this box, and I take a little cat nap, and I get my much needed rest. And I get my much needed rest because I must feel my best, because I must do my best. And so I take my little cat nap because pretty I am and cute I be. And I love my rest. I rejuvenate best. I recalibrate, you see. Because the kitty in me knows to every degree that I must first lick me. Because the grooming process that starts this progress, it starts with me. And this is just how it be with the cat, you see, that is me. So kitty delicious, I am to know that I am nutritious. I stand in my placement because this is for my other greatness that is a part of my inspirations that is motivating me at last to be the vibration, frequency, energy I need to be to cultivate the vibration and the frequency that is need to be all that I need to be in this 3D multi-dimensional reality that exists. You see, that is all you see, that is me. You know what I mean? As I cultivate best for me, as I rest, you see, I energize this poetess's goddess's eye as I evolutionize my rise and my high at this time. I'm so thankful to be alive. Don't let no mofo tell you to get over your high horse. I'm saying the fuck out before you kick them with the back legs of your own damn horse. Okay? Like, back up. Stop it. Stop it. You deserve to receive the exact cups of love and energy that you put out and give out in the world. And if others are not reciprocating that, fudge them. And it's not about ego. It's about principle. It's principle. It's principle. Because honestly, I love my hermit and I love my time alone to myself. I'm the only person that I know that I have ever met that is okay with being by themselves. Most people still tend to feel some certain kind of loneliness and all this kind of stuff, and I get it, I understand. But like, I really enjoy my own company, and I'm perfectly content being alone. right? And it's not a denial. It's not a a disappointment in love, because I'm not disappointed in love, and I can have love and lovers plenty. And bitches shouldn't be talking shit about niggas that they be with, right? That will fudge anybody. Anybody. You got people upset with you, but their person would do everybody if given the opportunity. That was for a lot of somebody. Don't give too much energy to people that speak when their man or person that they be with that is supposed to be their one and only don't got their root chakra balance in any motherfucking kind of way. But that goes to say, neither of them do. I came out of nowhere. Whatever. I don't want to be on that kind of note. Okay. Self-care rituals are very important, and what you choose to do and the purpose of why you do what you do is the most important reason for you to understand why is it important for you to self-care. It's all about regeneration, right? What you are regenerating, right? The regeneration part of just your whole entire recalibration experience. You're regenerating your cells, you're regenerating your mind, you're regenerating your heart, you're regenerating your soul, you're regenerating your body. You're recalibrating all of it, unifying, infusing all of this into you, within you, as within it comes on out. And that's important. It's important. Oh, that's so important. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So yeah. So all right. Before I go, what's one of the cards that I had? Ow! 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 Hey! Ow! Ow! Get up and move your body. Get up and move your body. Get up and move your body. You're as young as you feel. You're as young as you feel. You're as young as you feel. 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 I'm always silly. I am so thankful for my humor. What are you thankful for? Share with me in the comments. What if you made it through these babbles? Then that's great. You're on your evolutionary reign, and I commend you in every kind of way. You are awesome in every kind of motherfucking way. I'm so proud of you to make it through every single babble too, because I know it's a lot, boo. But if you get to this is part of your evolution celebration, because it is discipline that got you to this point of finishing a class. Me too. I'm gonna watch that too. Okay. Like, okay, you get distracted. Squirrel. Distractions come in. Hey, but hey, you gotta get through it every kind of way. Oh, I want to use. So I decided this one is mine, because I have bonded with it so much that I am not parting with it. I don't think. And so this is my one. This is my one. So the story about like some of these I'm gonna share with you, since this one is my one. You can follow me on Instagram at Utopian Mystique, right? So I used to work many years ago, before my transitions into entrepreneurship and all this kind of stuff. For the better half of for the better half. Why did I even say better half? I don't even know, that's just language, right? For the early half of my daughter's upbringing, I worked in the fashion industry for over 10 years and stuff. And so in my elevation in the fashion, one of the things that I got to do and experience is be a piece goods buyer and a trim's good. What's the word? Piece goods buyer and a trim buyer. So one of the things about like trims is you shop for the designer certain materials, sequins, and trims that you would use on dresses or outfits and clothes that were being made in the garment industry. You price out and source out, whether it be domestic or overseas or import export kind of stuff. You source out the best quality and best price sources of like trim. I did that for many years. Through stuff like amongst the things that I've done. I know I look so youthful, but I haven't around. So I have a lot of cute stuff that are one of a kind that I have saved. Like, that's the perks of getting into work, fashion industry, and just being in those fields of collecting, right? Stuff. So like, so this rice you're not gonna find anywhere because I've had it for over 10 years. So like, it's just things like that that make a lot of these ones like unique and one of a kind because you're not gonna find it. I priced out, sourced out. Some of these are from different countries. And they all loved me too because I'm as giddy as I can be, and everybody likes to shop with me. So I don't, it's just interesting. The stuff that we see our own evolution from. So I have a lot of different stuff that you're not gonna find nowhere. Aside from that, these are really powerful healing, like Reiki. I don't like labeling and I don't like names, but I know that I need to articulate in ways that the other humans are going to be like, oh, okay, I understand what you're saying. So I use names because these are infinite divination tools that have infinite expansion on whatever it is it's going to be for you. The intention is set, the purpose is set, the function is set. But, there's no limit to how you can use your own utopian mystique wand and stuff like that. But, they are Reiki infused, sound healing infused, crystallization tools, divination tools that are revolutionary and evolutionary for the person that will receive, right? So, I do a lot of body work, right? My expertise in the field of body work is exceptional, right? I am one of in terms of the way that I understand the body, and just my leveling of technique is unique. So I know the benefits of working with other metaphysical tools that are helpful and useful in any setting and environment. I watch it all the time. I get emotional. It's my Pisces moon, guys. Pisces aqua moon. That's where the Queen of Swords comes out quick too. I'm crying with my sword, and I was so decapitate. I cry about it after. Right. No, have mercy. So what did I say? So yeah. So Spirit really walked me through this process of the making of the understanding of why I was using certain materials within the wand, and why I was making certain oils and certain things to include and why, you know. So one of the things that I want to highlight about every wand, no matter the expansion of the wand, every wand will always have this because it was a huge transformational experience in understanding faith. So, it was after a deep, meditation, trance, whatever the case may be, and, conversations with spirit, as it may be. I'm just going to explain it simply as can be, where I was shown the mustard seed. And I was like, oh, and biblical reference, like I said, I have, again, over 15 years of religious instruction experience, one in schooling because of my upbringing in the Catholicism, and the stuff that I had to do because that was part of my conditioning. I had to go to, religious instructions and get all these certain kind of things, and then after that, my interest in it, I got certain kind of certifications to be able to teach catechism and do certain kind of things and stay in that field of education, like, when I was younger, and this was like when I was in junior high school, college, like, so doing all these things still, on the side and stuff like that. I'm also, when I lived in New York, certified volunteer hospice, too. I did all that training as well, because I just really feel that if you can do. If it's in you to do, then do. And because I've had the experience of dealing with grief and trauma and pain, I can help others deal with hard transitions too. I can, so I do. So I have training in that too, and certain certifications and things like that, or whatever. But anyways, what was I saying? So in this state of whatever, I was being shown mustard seed, and I got its quick biblical reference of mustard seed of faith. And up until this point, I know the biblical reference. But again, we are conditioned to learn a lot of things through visuals. So I'm like, what is a mustard seed? What does it look like? What is a mustard seed of faith? So this is now where research and intuition come in so that you can learn, right? This is you conversing with spirit. Wow, you're showing me something. You saying, yes, take this now and grow. Not, oh, you feed me the information so that I can know. I want to digest this so that I can retain this. Oftentimes when people fail tests or are not able to retain information for test taking, it's because they don't understand the material. And because you don't understand the material, you fail the exam because you've never understood the material to begin with. So how can you answer a question to a test? That's why when they talk about it simplified and they're giving you test study prep, like, tips and tricks and all this, and they're like, you can narrow down the answers to any test based off of the question by just canceling out all things that don't make sense to the question. But if you don't know the material, how can you narrow down what doesn't make sense when you don't know the material? You understand why so many people fail a fucking test because they don't understand the material. So a lot of this is not understanding your learning mechanisms, how it is that you learn, right? So to understand that you have a specific design within you to learn that's never been tapped into because nobody has sat with you and said, hey, let's learn your learn. No, you're just taught one kind of way. So a lot of the ways that we're all conditioned, no matter what state, place that we are in, or economic bracket or whatever, it has nothing to do with that. It's just a societal, it's just a conditioning or whatever, it's through visuals. So if you don't see something, we have all been conditioned that if we don't see something, it's hard for us to believe in that something. So it like works like that, right? Like kind of thing. So we can all get biblical reference. Oh, a mustard seed of faith. But how many of people know what a mustard seed even looks like? It sounds so silly, but it's so accurate. So now I'm doing all this and I learned it. When I tell you I had this whole crying fucking moment. Hey, Pisces moon. I was like, is that all I need? After learning the size of a mustard seed, I was like, oh my god. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. But do you see those little circles in there? That's all you need to believe in order to receive. That's the size of faith. So there's always going to be a bunch of mustard seeds inside everything, amongst many other things that you will not be able to decipher even if you broke the wall. People will go to any measure to still be deceitful to themselves, you know, with certain kind of things. But whatever, it is what it is at the end of the day. But so all the ones have mustard seeds as reminders for the faint of heart, for the time that, damn, this shit is challenging. You know what I mean? So the utopian mystique concept is that of multi-dimensional purpose function. So anyways, the wands are great, and that was that story about that. So yeah. Ten of Pentacles is the Strawberry Tarot deck, right? Yeah, Nine of Pentacles on your quest, Queen of Wands and her freaking power out here working on every motherfucking thing, rising up against all opposition. There is a time of celebration, collaborations, because look at Justice is here. Wow. So that's beautiful. I'm going to end that on there because I really do have to go, and I see that I've been recording for a while, and I gotta go. I've been good in my time and productivity, and so I'm proud and calm. But I do have shit to do, and I gotta get shit done, and that is that. So, you know, affirm that for yourself, right? No matter the distraction, no matter the outside external influence that wants to come in and look, and they're all looking, right? Look. You gotta elevate, conversate. And if you're not elevating, you're not conversating. Right? Because there's healthy ways of dealing with stuff. You don't have to get sucked into everyone's pollution and everyone's chaos just because it's there. Even if they want to personalize it. Even if they want to throw it your way. Right? I was at a funeral the other day. That was very interesting to speak. But, you know, I'm not going to sit here and just say, but I'm just going to say this with every kind of way. You don't have to be sucked into the vibration of other people just because you're in the same environment. You can be in the same 3D environment, but remember, you are multi-dimensional, and so you get into your higher octave and you go into those other dimensions, even though you're meeting on the 3D land, and you meet them there. They can't rise there. They can't meet you there unless they rise there. And so stay there. Protected. Divinely cloaked. Knowing this. It's not a joke. As you operate and navigate on the 3D. Okay? Okay. That's great. Alright. Love and alchemy to each and every one of you. I hope that this was helpful, useful information for you. It should be. It is. Taking the mana. Take it on. Listen, guys. I've always had our girls. Always. Used to cry about them. Guess what? It's still beautiful. Alright. 2. Let's affirm our own self, inner cellular dynamic galactic beauty. Fucking opinion of someone else that rather attack. They're really just showing you their inner dynamics. So just keep them over there, right? Okay. So also, so that was about my wand. So Utopian Mystique, you can follow me there on Instagram. It's a private account at Utopian Mystique. UTOPIANMYSTIQUE. Utopian Mystique. I also changed my TikTok name to be that too. So you can find me double there. TikTok Utopian Mystique. UTOPIANMISTIQUE. Yes, what is me? They've been asking me to do stand-up poetry since I was in elementary school. And I was like, no. Now look at me recording it on YouTube, just freestyling all the time. That's how it be. I don't freaking, that's our script thing. Poetess, goddess, alchemist, empress, S.I. Oh, and this evolutionary have run my poetry sublime. Right? So, yes, writers, I also am the #1 Lovers Oracle book, The Darker Night Light of My Soul, available for download and purchase. But if you want the Oracle part of the book, you turn it open to any motherfucking page, and there will be a Lovers Oracle message just for you, exactly where you are in your currency too. At any given page, give it a try, but you must get the book in order for you to try the Oracle side of that. I don't know how it works on the downloadable version of Amazon, because I know that you can get it downloaded on the Kindle and all that kind of stuff. But for the Oracle part, I only have used the book and have turned to any random page and whatever. You can also see that on my Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. That's me, the one and only Enchantress. Seriously, on my Instagram, also my blog, enchantingbible.blogspot.com, my YouTube. This is your opportunity to like, share, and subscribe. Show some love, reciprocity, guys, because it will pay you back tenfold. Believe. That's how it works, all right? When you deny anybody any kind of energy from you on the sly, you deny yourself. Ooh. Yeah, so like that. Thumbs it down, whatever it is, but be proud to be so proud. Be real. That's all I ever want to be. In this world, as real as can be. That's all you have to be. Real. Be real. You know what I'm saying? So, I respect that in every kind of way. I'm like, ooh, they're not playing. They give me thumbs up. They give me thumbs up. Or, they commented or whatever the case may be. But, whatever the case. There's a lot of energies that are missing you. That's for some, you see. Like, oh, I wish I was in her energy. Well, you should have been a nice person. There's a energy. Taurus, Cancer, Gemini. Oh, Blue Jay left me another feather. This Blue Jay, every freaking time I come, it hawks, but it's not a crow, because I know my crows hawk when I come too. But it's like if a blue jay could hawk, it would like a crow. So it makes a sound, and this one, until I look at it, it won't stop screaming. Like, what the fuck? And like, okay, I see you, Blue Jays, and left me a feather. Which is beautiful, because I love my babies. Love fur babies. I love fur babies because they're so genuine. You'll know if an animal likes you or not right a fucking way. There's nothing to think about. That animal's will stay the fuck away from. Or that animal's friendly. We need to be friendly together. So that's why me and the animals get along. Real shit. You don't catch me ever trying to talk to a bitch I don't like. Unless I gotta be civil, and I'm like, alright, we're gonna be civil over here because there's no problem. We just don't vibe. There's no problem with me if we don't vibe. My problem is when you think you sly and you try to deny and you try to lie and you try to fake the funk. That's when I'm like, no, I don't want you. You like, I look at them. Oh my god, and thank you for every single one order for you to be with me. I am such an honor to create for each and every one of you your personalized one. Please note that there is for every order, unless you are a subscriber member to my teas and products and stuff like that, I'm not talking about that. That's something else that's aside from it. For all other orders, aside from any subscription, right? There is a 7 to 14, and the number is going up, but I'm trying to really keep it between a 2-week wait span of receiving your order from me. I'm doing my best. I'm one person doing many things that I love to do, but I'm not gonna feel rushed to do any motherfucking thing, any motherfucking time, or any motherfucking body. And if you can rock with that, and you can be cool with that, and know that I'm gonna send you that, then be here with that. But you gotta wait for that. I'm being real with that. So, real talk. Got it. I'm pretty much done. I'm saying my goodbyes.
Who's here?
So, together you're in!
You're playing it?
Yes! What? There are going to be energies that are going to attempt to come in and try to disturb your peace. It might even happen in your own energetic sphere. It could be your children, my dear, right? There might be triggers that are happening with the people closest to you. So discernment is going to be the rule that you have to engage at this time. Because not everybody that triggers you is bad for you either. Okay? So learning, you're discerning, and your own understanding of where you are on your own multidimensional level. And sometimes people might not vibrationally be where you are right now and might trigger you, but it doesn't mean that they're not on their journey to meet you where you are, and one day you won't be. Or will be. You get what I'm saying? But then there's others that, I'm not talking about the people that have been malicious and deceitful and toxic as fuck and just wishing you bad and doing horrible things. I'm not talking about those people. Those people throw that fucking cup off the castle. Never let those mofos in again. Right? There's a whole evolution of them that they need to do that they're not even ready for in this present lifetime. I hope so. I'm not trying to cut anybody's throat, but let's be real. But then you got people that you gotta deal with on the real that are like, you're all on your evolutionary journey. So you have to respect each other on your evolutionary journey and know that, all right, I respect you and where you are in your space right now, and maybe we don't match, or maybe we're not a vibrational match, but I love you. And I support you. And I'm here for you. But we gotta operate in our own boxes at this moment. Or we have to operate in the same box, but we have to find our healthiness. Whatever it's gonna be. But that's the energies that we're in now, distinguishing. Like, I fight with you. I don't fight with you. I fight with you. I don't fight with you. I fight with you. I don't fight with you. And right now there's a cutoff block. Like, I don't fight with most of you, right? Like that kind of thing. Real deal, holy shit. But I really gotta go. Love it up.